So let's just give that a second. Guys, can I be totally honest with all of you right now? This is the Power Couple Show, man.
Power Couple Show. What's going on, guys? Just woke up.
Say Paulo CQ.
Paulo CQ here.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are
the Power Couple.
Yeah, man. Can I be? I'm annoyed with this man right now. Like, you have no idea
how much started with one video.
I just want to push him off.
Oh no,
I really do.
She wants to do more.
No, right now I just want to like go like this to him and just get him away from me. That's how bad I want it. Like, I just want to push him. He's being so annoying.
You're pinching me, dog.
Yeah, because you're being annoying. Anyway, see, like we even go through it.
You see, we're not perfect.
We're not perfect.
Okay.
We're not perfect.
I was just 5 seconds before the show. I was just, I was on there.
Start the show.
What's up, guys? My name is Paulo CQ.
How annoying would it be if it was like just talk, right? Start talking. Go, talk. Just talk. I want to show them something. I think it'd be funny. Talk to them. No, say something. Go. No, talk to them. No, say. This is the hard. Just gotta talk. I'm totally ruining what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to like show them something.
Paulo CQ here. Power Couple.
Like, imagine like every time you talk, and I'm just like, shh. All right, guys, man. This is the Power Couple Show, baby. What are we talking about today, man?
Today we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about the second love language, right? We're covering 5 love languages that we've been speaking about, right? We talked about the 5. We went over them last week. Yesterday we went into, on Friday we went into more depth of what love language number 1 was, which is quality time. Today we're going to be doing something really special, and we're going to be talking about love language number 2. We're going to be going into more depth, more detail, give you some insight, give you some action steps, and share with you some really, really good stuff, okay?
Yeah,
so today's love language is going to be receiving gifts, right? Now, not everybody talks his language. Not everybody loves gifts, but there are some people that love gifts, and we don't operate, our first language of love is we don't operate off of gifts, even though we do love gifts, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to be sharing with you how important it is, some really cool things, okay? We're going to be sharing with you, okay, some really important things. But before we do, we just want to give a shout out to our sponsors today. Just like
that was funny.
And I wanted to do that so badly, and then I wanted like sponsors to come. Anyways. So welcome to the Power Couple Show. My name is Paulo CQ again.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are the Power Couple.
We're here Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern.
What?
Yeah.
On Meerkat YouTube
and the PowerCoupleShow.com.
Yeah, man. I'm just so excited because, this weekend I was sharing this show with a few people. I was like, yeah, man, we have a show.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean you have a show? I was like, yeah, go to the PowerCoupleShow.com. And they were just so in awe of the movement that we got going on here.
Yeah, man.
And we just want to say thank you
to
all of you, because without you, there would be no movement, right?
Yeah,
seriously.
We need you to get to make this movement happen.
If it wasn't for you, it'd just be 2 of us talking about love and relationships.
Yeah, and the thing is that, you know what, for those who are coming in, for those who are brand new, you're probably saying, what movement, right? But the movement that we're talking about is just couples united, man. Couples in unity, leveraging each other's gifts towards their vision, towards their dream, and making it happen, right? Making it happen. The divorce rate is out of control, and we want to show society, we want to show the world that love still exists, that we still can mesh it out, we still can work it out, we still can be in love, and couples can grow together versus growing apart, right? Mm-hmm. And we could have not done it without you, okay? Shout out to David Rosario, and also
David Dorian Ross.
I'm sorry, David Dorian Ross and D Trucking for retweeting this and liking this. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. I'm going to take a sip of this water, and then we're going to go ahead and get started.
Yes, man. I'm just so excited about the show. We're going to start off with, like we normally do, which is love words. We like to say it in Spanish.
Love words.
Palabras de amor.
Right?
I love this part.
Baby, what's love words?
Man, love words is the opportunity when you get to actually look into your spouse's eyes.
Yeah.
Say, I love you because.
I love you because.
And you give them reasons why you love them. Mm-hmm. And what does this do? Like, why do we do this? Well, because number 1, you're showing your spouse how much you care.
Yeah.
You're showing them that you pay attention to the things that they do, things that they say, the way that they are.
Yeah.
And so it makes them feel good. It uplifts their spirit that you recognize those things. You're giving them reasons other than just saying, I love you, right? And then the third thing that you're doing, or the second thing, is that you're reminding yourself even, right? You're reminding yourself of why you even got in this relationship in the first place. I mean, as human beings, we can easily forget this. Let's be straight up, okay?
Let's be straight up.
Right? How many times have you bought yourself a gift, right? Or as a kid, you got a toy, and it became old news within like the second week and the third week.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Like,
sometimes you need a reminder of why did you buy this in the first place? Why did you get involved?
Like, why did you marry your partner? You know, like, you need to figure out why, man. Why? The moment we lose sight of why, everything goes out the door. The passion goes out the door. The love goes out the door. And we begin to start taking our partner for granted, right?
Absolutely.
You know, and then here's the cool thing about, you know, love words. You know, I know we're spending a little bit more time than we usually do. But love words will start as something small, something funny, something that's uncomfortable maybe for some of you guys. And then what will end up happening is that it'll begin to start taking root in your heart, man. Like, it'll begin to start working on your heart, and it'll make you appreciate your partner more. And before you know it, love words will start coming natural to some of you guys. Some of you guys, when's the last time you can honestly say you've looked at your partner and you've uplifted them, you've loved on them, and you've actually told them and you've recognized them for what they're doing in your life, or what they're doing as a dad or as a husband, whatever you want to call it, right? So I think it's very important. Love words is amazing. Love words will begin to start happening just throughout your day as you continue to focus on it, you know? And love words is amazing, man. Love words is what gets you to reinforce, like, the commitment that you have towards your partners will be reinforced.
Yeah.
When you begin to start uplifting them and sharing with them why you love them. All of us want to be loved. All of us want to be desired, which is the reason why love words is perfect.
And I want to share a story, but after we do the love words, because I think that, you know, that's so cool how you said that, like, it gives you like this recommitment.
Yeah, it reinforces your commitment.
It reinforces it. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're going to do it ourselves, okay? But we want y'all to participate with us.
Yeah, participate with us right now.
Get with your spouse.
Get with your spouse.
Your
loved one, your partner. Text them.
Call them.
Message them on Facebook.
FaceTime them.
Skype them.
Vox them.
Do whatever you need to do. Get in front of them. Talk to them. Somehow find a way to share your love for your partner right this second.
Love words, y'all. Let's do it.
Don't just look at us.
Don't look at us, man. Do it yourselves. If I had a curtain here, I'd go like that.
I know, we'll be back.
We'll be right back.
After love words.
All right, cool.
Baby, I want to say thank you so much for yesterday. I think that I needed to hear what you said to me. I was really angry and upset, but everything you said yesterday reminds me how amazing you are and how much you truly, truly love me. And you're just an amazing blanket of love, man.
I do love you, man. Like, I really, really, really love you.
It meant a lot.
I love you because of this, okay? Because I do know what you have, right? And if no one else sees it, I see it. I love you so much because it's like you have this precious gem, right? And you protect it. And it's like you can't wait to show it to the world, but you don't want to show it to the wrong people.
Yeah.
And I love you because it's like it's a precious thing. Oh, man, it's almost like it's like a baby.
Wow, that was awesome.
You're awesome.
Baby, I want to say that I love you.
He loves me.
Okay?
Why do you love me?
Honestly, I love you because you're so good at just really, 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 like, when I'm upset, I'm angry, I'm going through my stuff, you're so good at always, like, never giving up until I talk about it. And I think that you forcing me to do that has really kept me pure. And what I mean by that is that instead of just keeping it inside of me and letting it turn into bitterness, you've always forced me to expose it to the light, always expose what I'm going through, so you can help me out, so I can feel better, and so I don't have to store it.
Yeah, man.
So I want to say I love you for that.
I love you, baby. I just love you for being you, okay? You are an amazing leader. You have such an amazing heart. Your spirit is so refreshing. It's so uplifting. It's so fulfilling. And I just love how you spend time with your family, how you are intentional about being present. You're intentional about, you know, imparting into someone's life. You're just intentional about almost everything that you do. Like, everything. I think you really like strategize just about every piece of your life, and it's just amazing because you live every moment with purpose. It's just, I want to be more like you. You're amazing.
Thank you, baby. I love you.
He's the best, man.
Yeah.
Gosh, that was love words.
Love words. Welcome to the Power Couple Show.
Live Monday through Friday,
10 a.m. Eastern on Meerkat YouTube and thepowercoupleshow.com.
Yo, what's up, man?
What up, man? Okay, so we're talking about love words. We just finished doing our love words.
So,
hey, I know you had a story you wanted to share.
Yeah.
So please share the story.
Absolutely. So, last night we were by the
Train station.
The train station and the bus stop, and Paolo and I were having a very emotional moment. Okay.
Yeah,
more like Bello. No, I'm just kidding. So Bello's having an emotional moment, and we literally had a love word session in public right there, literally.
Yeah.
And I just looked at him, and I began to share with him how powerful he is. Right? It was more of like a who am I session.
Yeah, it was a who am I session.
It was a who am I session right there, and I was
with a little bit of love.
With a little bit of love.
A little bit.
But I was standing there, and I was just literally calling into existence who he is.
Mm.
And I was imparting into him, and I was just speaking life into him, and just, you don't understand. Like, I was sharing with him how I've been married with him for over 3 years now. We're going on our 4th year, and I've never felt this way about him than before. Like, I've never felt this way about him.
Wow.
Like, I thought I loved him when I said I do.
Mm-hmm.
But this is real love. I love him 10 times more than what I did when I said I do. Like, I thought that was considered love. And it probably is just a smaller, level. I don't know. I've never felt this way about you. I've never loved you this way. This feeling that I have today towards you is far deeper than what I had 3 years ago when I said I do.
That's crazy.
And I was just sharing this stuff with him.
That's crazy, man.
And the reason why I wanted to share this story is because there's something powerful that he said right after. He said, man, you know what you just did? And I said, what? He's like, you made this ring on my finger tighter.
Damn,
and that was beautiful.
That was good, right?
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
I was like, what? And he
Damn.
Was like, what you just did was you reinforced my commitment to you.
That was good.
This ring got so tight on me. I don't want to take you for granted. I don't want, he just started going off on this rant. And I was just like, although that wasn't my intention, was to make this ring tighter. And, it's just so powerful how when you are completely transparent with one another and you use every opportunity to speak life into one another, when you use every moment to expose your heart to one another, you really do reinforce your commitment to each other.
Mm.
And that's what happened, man.
Wow. Wow. That was good.
Last night, I realized.
That was good, right?
Yeah, and then last night I realized, I don't want to do life with anyone else but you.
Wow.
And because of that, why would I want to hurt you?
Yeah.
And because of that, why would I want to put you down? And because of that, why would I want to betray you, take advantage of you? All of these things just started coming in my mind. No, you are me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. It just reinforced my entire commitment. When we have kids, when we have a family, when we, 10 years from now, when we're doing so many things, it's this is the man I will continue to lift up so high that his feet will never touch the ground.
Wow. Yo, that's real good. That's real good. Can you share with everyone who's watching here right now at this moment presently, can you share with everyone and whoever's watching the replay the difference between reinforcing a commitment through force and through love?
Oh, that's good. It's so funny because this topic is about receiving gifts.
Yeah.
And last night, would you say that you received a gift?
Oh, man. I received a gift that could not be bought in a store.
Yeah.
Even though when we think of gifts, we think of materialistic things. We think of go to the store and buy a bag or something. What you gave me yesterday was a gift that cannot be bought.
Yeah.
It can only be created.
Yeah, man. So
by you.
Basically.
Yeah, so what's the difference?
Between a forced reinforcement.
Yeah, because this is what everybody wants. This is what everybody's afraid. They're afraid that if they open up, like you're saying, like if they're transparent and they're just wholeheartedly just sharing with them their heart, that they're vulnerable, and they think that if they do that, is someone going to take advantage of them? Are they going to take them for granted? Are they going to take advantage of them?
Right.
So everybody wants to know, how can I reinforce my commitment? And in most relationships that I've been in, it's always been through force. It's always been through force. It's been through force. It's been through manipulation. It's been through, if you don't do this, I'm going to take away this. So what's the difference between what happened last night with how typically someone will go about reinforcing a commitment through force?
The only word that comes to mind, y'all, is, how do you say it? To be genuine. I wanted to say like genuinity. I don't even know if that's a word.
Genuinity.
Genuinity. That's my word. No. But to be genuine.
Patent it.
Like, yeah, right. The word genuine comes to mind. And when you're genuine about something, when you're authentic with who you are and your feelings and emotion, nothing can come by force. Nothing can come by manipulation. Nothing can come by, ill intent, because I'm genuine. This is me genuinely expressing who I am. Like only good can come out of being genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when you're genuine about something, someone can feel that authenticity, and therefore they respond with an authentic response naturally.
Yeah.
And think about it. I was being so genuine with how I felt towards my husband last night, right? This was literally in the public, right? In the public eye, right by a train station, waiting, bus stops, there's people everywhere. And we're in tears. Like, we are in tears rolling down our faces. And I was just sharing a genuine moment with my husband, with my spouse, right? And how did he respond? Genuine too, authentic. He was just like, he naturally recommitted because of how real I was being. This is so important.
It was so beautiful, man.
Can I just give an
It.
example?
No, please do so. Please give an example to the audience.
Man, I don't even know why this is going off on a different topic here, but it's still all the same topic.
Yeah.
It's just going through different veins.
Yeah,
right?
We're going through different veins, man.
But it's all the root.
We just operate. We just flow with things.
Yeah, man, I'm flowing.
We ain't trying to script things, man. We're trying to keep it real.
Yeah, and this is how you know we ain't scripted. Okay, so check this out, right? We were at a barbecue yesterday.
Yeah, we won.
And we're all sitting there, and it's towards the end, and at the end, everyone.
This is a good story, so pay attention.
Everyone kind of comes together, and we're all in like this big circle. There's just so many different people, young, old, different walks of life, and just different. And marriage happens to come out of the conversation.
Yeah.
The one father has a young son, and there's a young girl there, and the father's like, you should really get together with my son. He's trying to orchestrate this love. Okay?
Yeah, he's trying to orchestrate.
He's trying to
typical,
typical Hispanics,
right? Trying to do it.
He's trying to set this love thing up, right? And she's like, not having it, right? She's not having it. The mom is there. And the mom was like, nah, let your son enjoy. He's young. Don't get them married right away. And, chill. And so his father's there. And my father-in-law says, they got married really young. And he's like, he starts saying, when my son came home and said, Dad, I'm getting married. I'm not here to ask you. I am here to tell you. The response that his family gave him was like, what?
Yeah.
It was chaotic. It was all these things.
Everyone went crazy. My mom, she was like, let's see if you're still in love with her, a year from now. Yeah. My sister was like, you're crazy. You're young. What are you thinking? And my dad was actually the coolest one out of it. He was like laughing, I think. I don't know.
He was like, if he's going to get married, he's going to get married. Let him do his thing, right? And everyone today is so supportive of our marriage. They're just so in awe of what we've been able to do as a young couple. But anyway, so all this is happening. And then the mom says, you know what? That's beautiful. You get married when you're ready to get married. Age has nothing to do with it. And she said, she met her husband when she was 19, got married at 23. They've been together for 30 years, right? Yeah.
Wow.
30 years.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, Like, you don't see that often. 30 years she's been with this man, right? And I was like, wow. And then the daughter is like, yeah, like, you don't see that. I'm so proud of my mom and dad. Like, she was so proud that her family was the family that stuck it out, because most families don't stick it out. Practically everyone there had divorced families. Every person there
single
had
person.
A divorced family.
That's crazy, guys.
And she was the only one. She was the only one whose parents were still together for 30 years strong, right? So she's like, yeah, I'm so proud of you. Don't see it. That's why I love it, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. And then she goes, but that's why I'm so scared. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, damn.
Here's this girl who had a perfect example of what a marriage looks like. 30 years strong. Her entire life seeing her parents together. That's a beautiful example.
That is a beautiful example.
And here I am. I've seen my parents get divorced, then they both remarried, and they both get divorced again. So I experienced 2 divorces on each side.
Yeah, and my parents ended up divorcing later in my life, but with a younger brother affected, everyone's affected, because I don't get to see my mom as often as I would like to, because families go separate ways.
So we never got a good example of a good marriage, right?
Yeah.
And here she is, who had an example of a good marriage, and instead of entering life with hope that she can have what she has seen, she's entering her life with fear, because she's not sure who else out there in the world has seen what she's seen. Therefore, if she gives her heart to someone who's never seen what she's seen, that it will end like what she's seen in this world, right? And I'm like, I got fueled by not seeing good examples to create one. That gave me fuel.
This is deep, y'all. This is deep.
So I want you to imagine this. I began to put myself in her shoes. And this is what I envisioned. This is the reason why people are afraid of giving gifts, receiving gifts, are afraid to trust, are afraid to get married, are afraid of love. Since when is love a scary thing? Like, love is a beautiful thing.
Love is amazing.
We have put this fear upon it, like it's a monster. Like the boogeyman.
Yeah, I mean, when I was 19 years old, I made a commitment. And not 19, I was like 17, 18, that I was never going to get married. Like, I saw firsthand, so painful. Like, blood would come out of my ears. Like, I would hear the arguments, and I'm like, man, I'm just not going to get married, man. I'm just not going to. I was afraid.
Like, it's crazy. Like, and here I am. I heard arguments. I remember getting up in the middle of the night, just crawling into a ball, listening to these arguments.
Damn.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just said that it fueled me. It was like, I'm going to find one person, my first, my last. That's it. You know what I mean? Like I don't. So I don't understand why we make marriage to seem like it's the pinnacle of a relationship. We make it seem like it's what we long for.
Yeah.
It's so high, when really it's the foundation. It's something that we begin life with. It's how we start. Okay?
Get it.
It's not a monster. It's not this boogeyman that's out to get you, right? But here's why. I understand why people are afraid. Like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine taking out your heart.
Yeah.
The actual organ itself. Like the organ. Mm-hmm. Bloody. Right? Poke it. How would that feel?
Wouldn't feel good, man.
Painful.
It's like, why are you poking it for?
Yeah, it's like it's an organ. It's like, it's sensitive.
Yeah.
Like, even holding it in your hand is probably burning it. Because your hand is like salty, it's dirty, germy, right? So you have to put gloves on, because this thing is like, it's sensitive. Imagine dropping it on the ground.
Yeah.
Ooh, like, it's an organ, right? Think about it. That's exactly what people feel.
Yeah.
Like, people are afraid to expose their heart and give it to someone who's just gonna grab it, who's just gonna drop it, who's just gonna deal with it, like not handle it properly.
Mm-hmm.
They want someone who's gonna take care of that heart the way that they would.
Yeah.
Get the gloves on. get in a sterile environment.
Yeah.
Hold it gracefully.
Yeah.
But people are so afraid of this thing called love because they're afraid that someone isn't going to take care of their heart properly.
Wow. That's crazy.
Like, I get it.
That's crazy, y'all.
I get it.
That's crazy. Guys, you are watching
The Power Couple Show
live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern on
Meerkat YouTube and the Power Couple Show.com.
Guys, make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com at the end of the show to receive a free PDF, The 7 Ways to Become a Power Couple. It's a phenomenal book that talks over some really interesting statistics of people getting divorced.
Get it.
And we also share with you guys the 7 ways that we really believe can make you a power couple.
Yeah.
And it's not what you think, and it's not. A lot of people, a lot of people ask us, well, what makes you a power couple? Like, are you the power couple? Are you the only power couple? Are you the only one that can anoint other people? Which no, we don't do that, right? Like, a power couple to us, it really means, two people coming to unity, okay? That word unity is beautiful, right? With one purpose, to leverage each other's gifts and strength to accomplish a vision and dream that they have, right?
Absolutely.
So whatever that is, that's what the power couple is, man.
That's it.
Being married has so many benefits, that it's just crazy the amount of gifts that you get when you marry. I know we're supposed to be talking about materialistic gifts, but we've obviously taken a different route, a different turn for the better, I think that how deep can you get into buying someone's gift, okay? I can probably give you a suggestion that I have, you can, I can give you a couple suggestions, but can we really get deep into receiving gifts when it comes to materialistic things? Absolutely not, right? Which is the reason why we decided to take this route. But getting married, it comes with so many gifts that is just amazing, right? Your partner has gifts that you can leverage and she can leverage to really accomplish the mission, the purpose that you were here for.
Man. Think about it, guys.
It's amazing.
So we're gonna talk about receiving gifts, okay?
Yeah.
And we've been talking about it.
We've been talking about it a little bit.
Getting into marriage is receiving of a gift. Like, you're giving your heart, you're receiving a heart.
Yeah.
Okay. But check this out, y'all. Receiving gifts is a love language. I encourage you all to learn every love language and start speaking every single one of them.
Yeah, start speaking every single one of them.
We went over all 5 last week, and we're going into each one in depth. Friday, we went over quality time. Today, we're talking about receiving gifts, okay? This is definitely a love language that both of us love. It's
not a primary one. We don't operate off of it, but we in fact do communicate, and we do appreciate it.
Yeah.
We all like to receive gifts. Come on, man.
So the reason why you want to start speaking this language with your spouse is because of this. And this is a quote that I found. It says, sometimes people have a hard time receiving what they want. Why? Because they feel they don't deserve it. And that's huge. Okay?
Wow, that is huge.
That's huge. That's huge, because even love, some people have a hard time receiving love. It's what they want.
Yeah.
But they feel that they don't deserve it.
Wow. That's,
you know what I mean?
I mean, that's huge, man. I mean, that's huge.
What kinds of gifts are there? Okay, let's talk about some gifts.
Yeah.
When it comes to receiving gifts, what kind of gifts are there?
Man, you got a lot of gifts, man. You got gifts that you can buy at the store. You got gifts that you can create. Craft.
Right.
I actually gave a gift like that to one of my girlfriends when I was back in middle school.
Oh, you gave one to me like that too.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it was
home.
Oh, it wasn't received the same way you received. I mean, she got angry. She got so mad. She had bought me these gold earrings with my name on it, and she spent all this money. And her mom's asking her, like, what did he get you? What did he get you? And she's like, and now my mom is coming at me asking me what you got me. And I got nothing to show her except these papers with these pictures with I'm like, okay. I was like, wow, she did not receive it. Anyways,
that's tough, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, but you can handcuff, he's done poems for me and stuff.
Yeah, I've done poems, right?
Songs, all these things. I think those things are beautiful, because receiving gifts are, you don't know what just happened right now. I looked at that cereal box and I was like, oh, I can't wait to eat that.
No, you can't eat it.
I know. I was
No,
like,
you can't.
I know.
Yeah, let's get rid of it.
I know.
Okay.
I was like,
it's done.
My heart went like,
After the show?
Anyway, no, stop. All right, so check this out, right? So receiving gifts, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So you have the ones that you can buy, handcrafted ones, and what else? Purchased ones?
Purchased ones?
Handcrafted ones?
I'm sorry.
He went somewhere else. I know. I got a text message and he looked at it.
Yeah,
anyway, go ahead.
What the hell? Like, I took care of that, you know?
Go ahead. So
anyways, you have the ones that you can buy in the store. You can handcraft, like create your own. And then, then you got the ones that happened last night.
Which is just exposing ones, like vulnerable and transparent ones.
Yeah.
It's pieces of you.
Pieces of you, man. Exactly. Giving a piece of you, imparting something in your partner is probably the most powerful gift that you can give them, honestly. Right?
And let me tell you something, like, do all of them.
Yeah, do all of them, because all of them are awesome. We're not listen. We're not telling you that giving a materialistic gift is stupid or it's not. It's too materialistic.
No, because we literally just did a few materialistic ones this past weekend.
Yeah, we did, and like we enjoy those things, right?
Yeah.
But I think that the most powerful one is one. Honestly, all of them are powerful because what it does, it makes us realize that we're worthy.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for saying that.
And all of them. That's what all the gifts do. You know what I'm saying? A materialistic gift, a handcraft gift, any kind of gift shows that we're worthy. Yeah. We're worthy. And this is the hardest thing. Sometimes we don't think we're worthy. It's such a, I remember when I was young, man. And even, it took me a really long time, even up to, recently, where I didn't think I was worthy.
This is true.
I didn't think I was worthy. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Like, I've seen it.
And it's not. It's so harmful. It's not true. It's this voice inside of your mind that tells you you're not worthy. You're not worthy of love. You're not worthy to express your gifts. You're not worthy to get that job opportunity. You're not worthy to make money. And it's like it goes down to your self-worth, man. It goes back to figuring out your identity. Like, what is your identity? You know? Because if you don't have an identity in the relationship, you'll never be able to impart gifts in your partner because you're still going through what you're going. Right. But gifts are a beautiful thing.
They are. I remember a time when I wanted to materialistically give a gift to my husband, and he kept denying it. I was like, no, I'm good. He's like, no, don't. And I was just like, man, like, I really can't.
Even getting mad, like, don't give me a gift.
Yeah, like, and why was he like that?
I didn't think I was worthy.
He didn't think that he deserved it.
I didn't think I deserved it.
He was like, no, don't give it to me. Like, we can totally get something completely different that's more useful, more effective.
And it's crazy, right?
Like, that's literally what he was thinking.
Language, it's like
he was thinking, like, don't buy a gift solely for me because we can probably use it for food for us. We could probably use it for furniture for our house. Like, he thought more about that than saying, I am valuable. You know what? Spoil me for a second. Because I work really hard for this family. You know what I mean? Like, and I want it so badly to just tell him just stop. Like you're worthy. Like I want to glorify you for a second.
She's awesome.
And
I love this one.
He's grown so much that I think this is why I love you more today. I think I just realized why I've never felt this way about you is because I think that you finally see how valuable you are. Like you finally stepped into your worth. That it's like, wow, I really do love you. Like,
oh man,
it's the weirdest thing. It's like I felt like I was valuing him more than he was valuing himself. And so when there's something so powerful, when you see someone know their worth, like know it, live it out, operate in it, fulfill it, speak it, walk it, talk it, everything. It's just so attractive. It's like, and it doesn't have to be sexually. It doesn't even have to be intimately. Like any human being, we aspire to be that way. When you see someone step into a room and they just know their worth. I'm not talking about being cocky. Woo! I'm not talking about being arrogant.
Damn,
I'm just talking about they know their value, their worth.
Wow,
it's attractive. And I think that's what happened to you. I think that you just started realizing your value.
Holy cow.
And now I'm just like, wow, like I see who you are. Wow. You're becoming it. And it's just, my heart is just glowing for you. I don't know what it is. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And it only happens because we constantly kept giving to each other.
Yeah.
He had to learn how to receive. And once he started receiving, he started seeing his value, his work. And the same thing for me. The more he gives to me, the more I allow myself to receive from you, baby. The more value I see that you have in me that I can start operating in.
Yeah.
It's just...
You should never decline any gifts that your partner gives you, because you declining the gift, you're indirectly saying that something else is more worthy than you.
Ooh,
you know?
That's good.
And
say it again.
You know, you should never decline any gifts, because you declining a gift is basically saying that something else is more worthy than you. And man, I'm just so grateful, man. I'm really so grateful for this woman right here, because when people would disrespect me, when I would conform to a certain situation or a challenge, she'd always be there, and she'd be there to remind me that I was worthy. And you know, sometimes the same way, you know, you've ever heard the term ugly duckling? You know, like they take a little longer to blossom, right? Or the black sheep, they take a little longer to blossom. But most of the times when we think of these terms and we think of these stories, we think of someone who was physically ugly and they all of a sudden become physically beautiful, right? But what we don't talk about is what's happening in the inside. Because physically, you can be okay, you can look good. But in the inside, if you're not good in the inside, what good are you worth? What good are you to your partner? What good are you to this world, right? So one of the things that I started to realize is that what she's done is she's nurtured my soul. Like she's nurtured my soul, man. Like she's nurtured the man inside of me, right? Which now is becoming evident on the outside. And that's a beautiful thing, because growing up, I never saw that. You know, growing up, I would see my parents, they yell at each other. They bicker at each other. They put themselves down. And I'm telling you something right now. Implementing these things and uplifting your partner and believing in them until they blossom, until they become the man or the woman you've always seen inside of them, is by far not just the most beautiful, extravagant thing that you can ever see in a relationship, but it is the most rewarding thing when you realize that you took a part in nurturing that person to be step into their greatness, right?
That's beautiful.
It's that when we get married, not all of us got it right. Not all of us got it down pat. Right? But it's up to us to take responsibility and to nurture each other, right? So we can step into our greatness as a spouse, step into our greatness as a man, step into our greatness as a woman.
Yeah,
you know?
This is huge. This is huge. Guys, and get used to doing that with everything. Like, I used to be the type of person who would get a compliment, and I'd be like, no, you.
Yeah, like right in that, like in our minds, we have this thing that we immediately have to brush off the compliment and then reciprocate the compliment back.
Like we think that that's being humble.
Exactly. For a second, we challenge you guys, okay? For a second, okay? For a second, give yourself the permission to receive that compliment and just let it just sink in. Let it sink in. The same way you'd sink in your teeth in these nice soft brownies, right? Like just let it sink in.
Yeah,
and
man.
Just don't reciprocate a compliment. Just receive it.
Just say
and
thank you.
Yeah, and at first you're gonna feel like uncomfortable because you feel like you don't deserve it. You feel like you're not worthy, but let it sink in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let it sink in.
Just receive it, because this is how you build value of yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to get cocky, like, yeah, that's right, I am.
Yeah.
No, it's like literally be genuine about it. Like,
yeah, be genuine, bro. Here's what I realized. Like, here's how you can.
It means a lot.
Like,
thank you.
Just receive it, right?
Receive it.
It's a difference. It's different because how you develop, like, I think, confidence and self-esteem is by receiving it. Number one, okay, but always remembering where you came from.
Right.
Because when you remember where you came from, it always keeps you humble.
Yeah.
But yet with that confidence.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Instead of declining it, staying stuck where you're at.
Right.
and not going anywhere.
Yeah, man.
So
and if you want to genuinely give a compliment back, then do that. Just genuinely.
Yeah.
But sometimes we do it because we feel as though it's just the right thing. Like it's just like this natural instinct. You're awesome. No, you're awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just like, so we challenge all of you guys. Just from now on, the compliments that your partner gives you, anybody, let it sink in. Let it sink in. Don't brush it off. Don't reciprocate it. Just let it sink in, man.
Say it. Receive it.
Receive it.
If y'all ready to receive it, put it in the comments below. Say, I will receive it.
Yeah. So, so we talked about a lot of things, right? And you know what? This went a little. It took a different turn, right?
And it went far.
But there's a couple of points that we'd like to cover and share with you that we talked about here for those who are coming in brand new. Okay. Number one, before I go into that, and before we kind of put the little bow tie on this, okay? You are watching
the Power Couple Show live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Meerkat YouTube and thepowercoupleshow.com. You heard?
You heard. At the end of the show, make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com.
Why?
To receive your free PDF. 7 ways to becoming a power couple. It's free. It's our way to say thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving us a piece of your time and listening in, right? Because you are making a difference by coming to the show, because that means you value your relationship. You value your marriage.
We love you
for that. You want to make a difference, right? And we say thank you.
Thank you so much.
We have a really, really big challenge ahead of us, and it's not going to happen by us. It's not going to happen by just it's going to take a group of people like yourself for us to really, really impact this world, make a difference, and show other people that there are other power couples, man. We are going extinct, okay? Like, forget about animals for a second. Just playing. Because I know some of you guys are just like, what? I can't believe you said that, right? But, but let's just keep it real, man, okay?
Marriages are going extinct.
Marriages are going, the word marriage is going extinct. I mean, truth be told, there are more people every day getting divorced than people are lasting a decade in a marriage, right? So guys, together we can make a difference, and that's the reason why we do the show. So make sure you follow us if you're not following us. Make sure you, most importantly, implement the things that we share with you in your relationship, and make sure you share this show with the world, man.
Absolutely.
Okay, because we really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Next thing that I wanted to do, I just wanted to cover some of the points, right? Yeah. So we talked a lot about things, a lot about things, right? But what are a couple of points that we talked about? The action step that they should take, and then we're gonna wrap it up with who am I?
Okay, cool.
Okay, so like a couple of points that we talked about. Number one that just comes fresh to my mind is from now on, right? There's 3 kinds of gift that you can give your partner. Materialistic things that you can go buy in the store. The second one is you can actually create, like, handcraft something, or, make something memorable. Thoughtfuls, right? And then the third one is one where you actually impart something in your partner, right? You're giving a piece of you, and you're putting that inside of your partner.
That's awesome.
By uplifting them, by edifying them, by speaking life into someone, right? And then, of course, the next thing that we talked about was to never decline a gift that your partner wants to give you, because every time you decline a gift that your partner's trying to give you, it's just indirectly saying that you're not worthy. That something else is more worthy than you are. Ooh. And that's totally untrue.
That's a quote, bro. That's
totally untrue, right? So
that's deep.
Make sure you accept every gift.
Yeah, but just receive.
What are some other points you shared?
The last thing I would like to say is understanding that when you're giving gifts, you are showing your perception of value towards that person.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. Like, when I get a gift, whether it's materialistic, thoughtful, or a piece of me, I'm literally giving him a view of how I see them.
That's so good. You know what? Because that gift that I gave you, I could have just thrown it at you.
That's true. Like, check this out.
Give that.
Like, he got me a materialistic gift. And it was a gift card to Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
And he could have just said, baby, I got you a gift card. Go shopping, right? No, he got it wrapped in, like, this beautiful bag and, like, the tissue paper just for some, crappy plastic card. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It made me see, like, he cares so much about me. He values how I will receive it. Because of how he sees me.
Say it again.
So the last thing is this. It's just when you give, you're giving them a view of how you see them.
Yeah, yeah. So like if you're gonna give them a gift, man, you know, like
Don't think about that.
Think about that for a second, man. I mean, the next time you give a gift, dude, you know, don't let it have dirt stains on it, okay? Brush it off, okay? Next time you give a gift, make sure it's in a nice, beautiful box, right?
It's your perception.
It's your perception of them. That is so powerful.
That's
man.
beautiful.
That is beautiful, man. Wow, that was really powerful, man. I think that in itself covered the action step.
That's crazy, yeah, man. So the action step is this. Number one. Receive. Just receive.
Feel comfortable.
Be genuine about that reception.
Let it sink in. The same way you would bite into these soft brownies.
He wants brownies right now. Look at him.
Sink in.
All right. So the second thing is be aware of your giving.
Yeah.
Be aware of it, because how you give is your perception of who you're giving it to. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the two action steps.
Yes, sir.
Receive, and when you give the way you actually perceive that person.
Holy cow, I was blown away with what you just said.
I was blown away with what you said earlier. Like, we just created two different quotes.
Damn, girl.
Power couple in the house. Woo, woo. All right, we're going to end off the show with Who Am I? Baby, what is Who Am I? Tell them.
Oh, my God. Who Am I, guys, is, okay, so back in the day, okay, I'm not trying to get biblical on you, okay, but for the sake of this example, it's just going to have to do. And you can frown upon it. You can smile. It's cool because I'm going to make sense of this right now. All right, so back in the day, all right, there was these two couples, power couples, okay, and the husband's name was named Abram, okay, and then the wife's name was Sarai, right? Anyways, they were like these really, really old couple, like dinosaur couples, really old, right? Like you think that grandpa, right? But they didn't have any kids, right? Like Sarai always wanted a kid, like, but her womb was like closed shut, and they were getting really old. They wanted to have kids, but truth be told is when you're that old, you just don't think you're gonna have kids, right? And like, anyway, so they don't think they're gonna have kids. Finally, they come across God, and God's like, you know what? That's totally untrue. Hold on to my promise. And he tells the husband, you know, from now on, I'm changing your name from Abram to Abraham, which basically means multitude. Father of multitude. And then he looks at the woman and says, and from now on, I'm changing your name from Sarai to Sarah, which is
mother of princes.
Mother of princes, right? So two powerful names, two powerful name changes. And every time these two power couples would talk to each other,
they were calling into existence Father of multitude.
Father of multitude.
Mother of princes.
Mother of princes, right? And you know, that's so powerful because how often do we call things into existence? Not just for us, but for our partner, right?
Think about it.
Think about it.
I don't know if you were a kid, but I grew up in the church and we sang the song, Father Abraham and many sons. And many sons had Father Abraham. Woo. And I was one of them. Woo. And so are you, right? Woo. And so literally when they were calling each other Father of multitudes, Mother of princes, it came into existence.
Yeah.
He literally became the father of multitudes.
Amen.
That's where like most of it, like literally the lineage of this world really started from Abraham.
Exactly. And you know, when I met this amazing woman, okay, I was in a place in my life where I was coming out of probably the lowest point in my life. And the truth is that who I was then was not who I was today, right? But there was things that she did as a woman, as an amazing spouse, and she called things that were not
as though they are.
And that's what we decided to put this little segment in here as a way for not just us, but for you to do the same exact thing. Call the things that you want your partner to be, right?
Call the things that are not as though they are.
Exactly, so, right?
You know, call it into existence.
You know, so many times we said, you know, when I was younger, you know, my mom would say, you're always like your father. You're always like your father. You're just like your father. And then, you know, I love my father too. I picked up a lot of amazing qualities, okay? But there was also a lot of baggage that he brought that were not the best of the best things that he'd like for me to have, okay?
Yeah, it was said in a negative way. It wasn't said in a positive way. Like, man, you're like your father.
You're like your father.
Like, you're like your father. You tell the difference,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. You know, you just lie, and you know what? Here's the truth. What ended up happening, right? The truth that ended up happening was that my mom was setting expectations on me, right? She was not because she's mean, not because she doesn't love me, not because she's crazy in the head. As a matter of fact, my mom's very affectionate. But the problem was that she was unaware, right? She was just unaware, and she was setting these expectations on me, and I was literally conforming and stepping
what's
into
the
that.
fastest way to get your child to be a thief?
Setting the expectation,
right?
Expecting them to become a thief, right? And that's what my mom was doing, right? It's the same thing, but you know what? You can take something so negative, so powerful, and flip it on its head and make it just as powerful, except something that's going to be beneficial to you and your partner.
Absolutely.
So that's the reason why we did this segment of the show. Okay, so we're going to do it right now. All right, and we encourage you to do the same thing, man. Get your partner next to you, talk to them, call them.
So this is how it's done.
Them.
So you're gonna say, "Baby, who am I?" And then they're gonna respond and call you what's not as though it is.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna say, "And who am I?"
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna call things as though it's not. I mean, as it's not as though it is.
Yeah.
Right, ready?
Yeah, yeah. So
Let's
even if you don't get a chance to do it, if you're watching the replay, make sure you do it throughout the day.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
get your wife with you. Get your husband with you. Let's do it.
Let's do it, yo.
Ready?
Yeah.
This is awesome, guys. You may not realize how powerful this is, but this.
You may think this is stupid, but I'm telling you, man.
This is huge,
dude, man. Trust me. Look, listen. There's not much out there that teaches this kind of stuff, right? So just do it.
Do it. Ready?
Baby, who am I?
Baby, you are a man of wisdom beyond your years. That when you speak, people go, where did he come from? How old is he? Because it doesn't match what you look like. It doesn't match your physical appearance. It doesn't match. But when you speak, things change instantly. You have the power to bend the things around you. Just bend it, man. Whew. And I want you to know something.
Oh, gosh.
Before I finish that.
Oh, damn.
I finished that.
I felt that one.
That's not just for today's age. That will go for you for the rest of your life. Like even when you look your age, your wisdom is still far beyond it.
I appreciate that. Baby.
No, baby, who am I?
Baby, say it again.
Who am I?
Baby, you are a woman of God. Powerful with authority and influence that in an instant can transform people's lives. Because your words are not just words to communicate. Your words create. And you can literally, out of your mouth, create life and impart that in someone's heart. And because you did that, it took them from the direction they were heading to the direction God intended for them. You're a powerful woman.
Thank you, baby. Want to do one more?
Yeah. Who am I, mama?
Baby, you are the most wealthiest, influential man on planet Earth. Why? Because that wealth and that influence is all to bring more wealth and influence into the lives of others in this world. God knows that with that great responsibility, you're going to use it so wisely to transform the lives of many millions and millions of people on this earth.
Amen.
And you will do it.
Amen.
You will do it.
Thank you. Thank you. I received that.
Who am I?
Baby, you are the #1 most influential woman in your industry, in the nation, internationally, worldwide. And wherever your presence goes, things immediately rise up. People rise up. Environments rise up. Everything rises up. You literally have hundreds of thousands of people asking for you to speak, for you to do movies, and for you, most importantly, to change people's lives.
Bam. I love you, baby. Let's go be that. Let's go be
that. Guys, you guys have just watched a segment, okay, of
Who Am I?
If you didn't do it or your spouse wasn't around, we encourage you to figure out a time in your day to squeeze this in here and do it with your partner, okay? I think it's the most life-changing thing, especially when you go like this. just pierce through your eyes and you really mean it. Oh man, it's so powerful.
Beautiful. Man,
guys,
love it.
we want to say thank you. We've enjoyed this episode.
This was a long episode.
It was so much fun.
I had a great time with y'all.
Oh man, I wish it didn't have to end. But if you want to get more Power Couple stuff, make sure you make your way out and make sure you follow us. Follow Cassandra Lee at the Cassandra League. Follow me at PauloC_Q. And make sure you're here for tomorrow's episode. Because I promise you, this is only going to go to the next level. We're going to blow the roof off of this. We're going to show you guys, and you together, we're going to make a difference in this world. Guys,
absolutely.
Power Couple Show. Peace.
Love you guys. You're the bomb.
Like tick, tick, boom.
See you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. You heard?
You heard?
Love you guys. Bye.
Oh, I got you.